you need a future generation to commit and stay and be proud and then to take that back out to the world.
On the challenges and opportunities that present themselves to young people, particularly young Sri Lankans. Sri Lanka sits at what I think is a silent Suez Canal. We have 35,000 naval vessels, 4,500 oil tankers, and 45,000 airplanes flying over Sri Lanka or sailing just adjacent to our southern coast every year. And that's even higher than Suez Canal, the traffic Suez Canal sees. And now, while that's an opportunity, it's also a challenge in terms of the kind of pollution that we're dealing with. And so I think these global challenges present opportunities for global level leadership. And that leadership has to emerge from Sri Lanka. So I think I would love to hear your thoughts on, in terms of a message to Sri Lankan, the youth particularly, who might be accustomed to thinking about a future maybe overseas, as opposed to a future within this beautiful island.
Well, I start by saying I'll speak against Australia's interest in this answer, because we benefit from Sri Lankans who come to Australia to study and then stay. The brilliance of Sri Lankans throughout our medical system, throughout our care system, our education system, our retail, it's profound. That's why you have such an extraordinary impact on our sense of who we are. So I'd say to those young Sri Lankans, if you're going to come and study with us or somewhere else, come home. Make sure you bring those skills here. Don't be part of a brain drain out at a moment where your country is on liftoff. So do come and spend time with us, spend time achieving that level of education, but come back here as teachers, come back here as educators, come back here as business entrepreneurs, to show a generation that there is something really worth fighting for as Sri Lankans in Sri Lanka. That is something to be very proud of. And now is the moment to have confidence that can happen. And as I see wherever I go here and in Australia, there will always be these ties in the places that you do your education, but to come home and to have a confidence that this will be a modern, successful nation that is actually showing the world. Because I think sometimes small is mighty. We both share the fact that we are islands. Yours is smaller than ours, but there's an ingenuity, a love of nature, a love of industry, and as you say, you see the world coming through and via Sri Lanka. Turn that into the great advantage of how you can be the most ingenious of inventors, drivers of business, of outcomes. But we will all have to remain alert to, a young generation will have to see the current leadership sticking with the plan that you are now on, that gives people an absolute sense that stability is now here and that people will invest. I'd say if Australia sees that, we will invest more. There'll be more here, much more here to do, to prosper. And those that want to come home then should come home and be proud to come back. And to bring back the skills that are also unique to this part of the world. You mentioned the challenges of pollution. I saw yesterday at the port one of the companies very successfully growing the traffic there whilst reducing pollution, CO2, water usage, because of a commitment to sustainable development goals. This is a place that can do that and proudly say that there's no inconsistency between global goals on sustainability and growth of the economy. If you can do that in Sri Lanka with the advantages here, but with a growth plan, then you can teach the world to do that and have more of us coming and wanting to learn and invest here. And I think then if young people see the investment flows, capital flows into Sri Lanka, then there's a reason to stay here and to be proudly Sri Lankan, just as we have wanted Australians to come home and to bring their skills and not take them to the world for a while, but come back and be part of a program of growth and resilience and modernity, and know that we share values, we share friendship, but ultimately you need a future generation to commit and stay and be proud and then to take that back out to the world. So I wouldn't dare lecture or give advice to your young people other than to say, I hope that the future here is so bright that they want to be here and successful, and then take that story to the world. And I hope that part of it will be taking it through the friendship to Australia over time.
We hear you clearly, Your Excellency. The potential is clear, but we need to stay the course. And that's a responsibility, not just with the powers that be, but also with the people and the media, who might be the people's watchdog.